Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Za back at you real quick. Y'all saw this battle. Don't trip off this. Eventually, I'm gonna be getting rid of hopefully the one from Amazon I just ordered, which is a different pop filter for this, so it's not so intrusive. I know a lot of people was used to seeing my ugly mug, and now you got this in front of, blocking my big nose. So a lot of people don't want to see that. But anyways, man, hopefully the audio is back on point. But what I really want to get into for the people that for one, it's going to be many issues that I need to address, and not necessarily address because I'm not really talking to too many people in particular, just a few cats. As far as like, if you see me put something up on my channel that you don't agree with, it's within your right to walk away from the channel, But when you have individuals coming here and be like, unsubscribe, like, why would you even put it? It's just like, if I no longer enjoy your content, Savis, I just walk away. Like, I no longer follow you. And I might even follow you, but I no longer pay attention to your content because it's something that I'm not particularly interested in. But if you're my boy and I truly support you, that's what I wanted to get at. If you really support me, no matter what I put up on my channel, unless it's just straight disrespect, I would expect as a solid one that you would continue to at least give me the views. You know what I mean? But that's nor here nor there. Hopefully, this is all over the place, but I don't really care as far as at the end of the day if you choose not to pay attention to my content, but at least have the dignity to just walk away, because you actually make yourself look weak when you're like, you know what, I don't enjoy what you said on this, so I'm gonna step. See, that's the people that need to be led. And me, I'm not here to lead you any particular way. If you notice anything I say, whether it's to do with gangs, whether it's to do with politics, it's just a general idea of mine that I'm putting out there, not necessarily to bring you over to the dark side or push you in a way that you might not have necessarily win. It's just to give you a general idea of how I feel about certain things. Now, as far as like when you seen the thing on Epstein and certain things about Democrats, that's just how I feel. Not about all Democrats, but there's some people in the Democratical Party that just shouldn't be there, but people continue to follow them blindly, and that's my choice to preach on that. As far as having a problem against the far left or the left, I don't care. A lot of you people should pay attention to exactly who you be following when you put out these posts of George Soros and all these other cats. They don't care about you at the end of the day. It's about money and disruption of the economy and just undermining this country, period. And a lot of people don't believe in this country just due to the fact of certain things that have been taking place as far as with racial divide. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna be all over the place, and hopefully you enjoy. And if you don't, it's cool, you know what I mean? But I just felt I need to talk about a few different things. Another one, you had the lady that got busted for pulling a gun on a black lady and her daughter. For one, she was pregnant. She was walking through. She may have bumped. Who knows who bumped who? I'm not here to point fingers. I just know a lot of people are snowflaking right now and using any and every thing they can in order to justify them acting out. So the lady was walking. She either bumped the girl or the girl bumped her. Immediate apology was not put out there, so people felt some type of way. So ensued to an argument. The lady still trying to get to her car. The lady constantly blocking. Look, understand, man, regardless of what's going on with the BLM movement and all these other movements, you cannot block a person's way. When they're trying to leave, let them leave. A lot of people right now are using certain things in order to make a point that they don't need to make. Like, you pushed that lady until the point to where she felt she had to pull out a gun. Any other time, you would stay in the place that you've always been in. Just be a little weary of exactly of what you do. But now, just because of all this protest and shit, like, people feel like they can just go out of their way. People are being more petty than anything. And not to say that you shouldn't in certain instances, but come on, man, you had a dude chase down a lady because she flipped him off, and he wanted to put her on camera and make everybody look like, hey, look, this lady is racist. It's funny, and that's why the whole title of this video is Now You're Becoming the Karens. Because if you remember, the Karens were the ones that they overreact over everything. They're putting people on camera for stupid things such as parking in certain spots. Maybe you're in the building and they don't know you, so they feel that you shouldn't be there. not knowing that you're actually living in that apartment, but they just racially profile you and just look for a reason to nitpick, because they feel like they're the average citizen doing their citizen duties. But now you got a lot of people that are in that same position now that the people are actually paying attention to blacks and different ethnicities, mostly the blacks right now, and people are taking it to the extreme. Like I said, this lady was trying to get to her car. Any other time, if something of that nature was going to happen, as far as like a posse altercation, you're either going to fight or you're going to let it go. You're not going to keep running up on a person's car, especially a pregnant person. And then when they're leaving, you walk behind their car. So right there, like something else ensued. You scared the lady. The lady pulls out a gun. If think about it like this: if you were pregnant and people kept pressing up on you aggressive, you're gonna do whatever you need to defend yourself. I'm just tired of people using race in order to justify stupid things that they do. Like I said, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, I believe in that. As far as the organization, no, because I don't believe in the Marxist point of view. I don't believe in half the shit that they spew. But as far as like believing that the next black person's life mattered, yeah, but that's just not a daily thing. That's an everyday thing. The same with brown lives matter. I believe all brown lives matter, unless you're a piece of trash, you know what I mean? And that's just if you're a PC, then your life don't matter. But that's besides the point, you know what I mean? But just to be on some real serious stuff, I believe all brown lives matter. It matters to your people, and sometimes it matters to other people. But if you put yourself in a position to where you want to alienate yourself away from everybody else, you're not going to matter that much. It's about reaching across aisles and being able to communicate with the next person. There's a protest tomorrow, and it's a unity protest. And I won't lie, for a second I wasn't going to go to it because I've seen a lot of things happen in the streets to where people are continuously allowing vendors to be not only beat but robbed and just humiliated. You seen a video that do kick the bags out the hand. I don't put it on my channel because I feel like that only increases the angst against other people. You know what I mean? And things will happen and go according to the way they're supposed to go. I'm not going to egg anything on. If anything, I'm more, if it can be avoided, to be avoided, but I'm not going to give no blanket to individuals out there doing this particular shit. You know what I mean? I believe that you need to be served, and whatever way it happens, you brought it up on yourself, because you cannot do the things you do and expect to just get away with it. People think that because things haven't been handled according to the way you think that shit is not all on the news. Things are being handled left and right, but I'm not here to spew that negativity. For the individuals that are pushing peace and want to actually, not necessarily unite, but coexist in a good way, that they're accomplishing that. And then you got these certain individuals out there doing certain things to disrupt that. It doesn't mean you're gonna win. It just means you're out there doing something stupid that's gonna come down your head eventually. Now, like I said, I'm about peace and I'm about respecting all races, but some of the shit that people do of my own race right now is a little, and every race does something stupid, but as far as like pushing for that victim role, like that's all I see. Even my mom, my mom trips out on people. They just want this victim role. Like, we are not victims. We are not what our ancestors were, fighting against this and had to submit to. We don't have to submit to nothing. That's the thing. And you can no longer use that every other races are suppressing you in certain situations. Let me tell you. And this is, try to point it out as clear as possible, because I don't never try to sit down and write nothing. All my thoughts are formulated as they go. You got cops that are in a position to protect and serve. Some of them are out to kill you. Plain and simple fact. But that's not all cops. If you put a person that believes in white supremacy in a certain spot of power, he's going to utilize it to the best of his ability, because that's what he's been taught, is to put you under that dirt, to make you, to place you in a position to where he's always above you, because a lot of them believe that they're superior race. Now, you got that in all walks of life. That why you think, and this is not going to Italian, why you think the Italian mafia push for their kids to be clean? You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about hygienic, but I'm just talking about push them to be in positions where they're senators and cops, and because that's how you control shit. if you don't put yourself in a position to win and get it and place yourself in these positions to actually make a change, then they continue to go the way they go. But it's like, even like with the defunding of police, how is that working out for people right now? Like I said, man, I'm not here to preach for the cops because I'm a criminal. You know, whether I no longer out there doing what I do, I'm always going to be a criminal, because that's what happens when you've been doing it your whole life. You know what I mean? You're always going to be looked at in that way. But I'm acceptable of that fact, and I stay in my own lane, function with people that function and did the things I did. You know what I mean? But the defunding of police is going to do absolutely nothing for you. I told you about that shooting. Was like 400 shots fired, 12 people, 3 people died. Like I'm saying, a little girl just got her brains blown out. Some dude just got, another little kid just got, little kid just got shot at the party. Dude gunned him down right there. Like I'm saying, like, so if you don't, that's one of the things, like, if you can, don't play the victim role, you know what I mean? And understand that defunding the police is going to do nothing for you. It's going to do nothing for us that's been on the streets. We already know it's a cat and mouse game, and we already know that our life expectancy is low because the life that we chose. But as far as like our parents and their sisters and brothers that haven't partaked in that particular element of crime or anything like that, those are who the cops are there to protect and serve. So right now, people should accept the fact that they've already hit the pockets of the police. You know, they remove. They're trying to. I think they passed it to where it's some odd billions away from them. That's gonna hurt their pockets. Now, as far as like want to abolish police, period. You know what I mean? It's like that is not gonna work. But everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Go ahead and do it. Like I said, I'm not here to preach for nobody or preach against nobody. It's just think for a second, slide back and think. The people that are pushing to defund all these things, but like, this is what I'm gonna say. When all the cops are gone and they no longer want to protect and serve, who you think is next? It's the militia. The militia are the ones gonna be wandering the streets. And for the gangsters that been out there doing it, if you ain't got some over an AR-15, you're gonna lose that battle every time. You can't put a street motherfucker against a trained soldier. It is not gonna work. They've been able to survive in environments where it's guerrilla tactics. Iran, like not Iran, but Afghanistan. These people in close quarter combat, you cannot win against that. So, you know what I mean? Just have your family get in a position to where they can actually pay attention to these cats. You know what I mean? Don't push for your kids to be gangsters, and push them into a position to where they can win, so they can actually make a difference. But I'll tell you one thing before I end this video. Stop acting like Karens. Do not play the victim role. Don't allow people to feel sorry for you. Do what you do. Get your point across. Get laws passed and go on about your business. But continues to harass people and call them racist because you feel like it's your time to point fingers. You're not looking no better than they are. Another thing I'm going to tell you straight out. If you want to win, you got to push for it. If you want if you want to have a voice, you got to push for your kids to be in a position to where they can win. But understand, like, for the people like, oh yeah, when you get rich, you should, yeah. If I get rich and then if I was to get rich, there's 2 or 3 people I would take along, and then for them, they would take along, and that's how it's supposed to be. But most people that get rich in the end turn out to be the people that you hate anyway, because they no longer vibe on the same wavelength as you, because they actually have money. It's just the way it is. You get money, you up your level. Continuously surrounded by the same individual that's going nowhere is only going to end in 2 ways. Either they're going to take it or try to take it, or they're going to kill you because they feel you don't want to share the wealth. It's just like that. Function in circles that function on the same level as you. If you continue to hang with motherfuckers that's going nowhere, they ain't trying to do nothing, they're gonna always drag you down. That's all I'm gonna say on that, man. Just stop being Karens. I got another video that's coming out for the people that don't like the reaction on my channel, so you unsubscribe. It's a video that the homie from POP had did, and he allowed me to have a few verses on it. You know what I mean? So I'm reacting to my own shit. It's not that loud. I know the audio's off. But anyways, man, for the people that support my channel, hey, thank you. Hopefully you continue. And understand, most of my videos getting demonetized. So I'm going to have to try to figure out something in order to, start getting my money. You know what I mean? And on that note, I'm your boy Zod. And hopefully this didn't offend the snowflakes or anybody that may feel, whatever. And on that note, your boy Zan, I'm out.